Greetings Assassins, Wayne here and welcome to another video. I hope you're all doing fantastic, I'm doing great. Before we get into today's topic, I just want to do a little bit of cleanup. First up, thank you so much to everyone. We have passed the 1,500 subscriber mark. I am over the moon, I'm overjoyed, I'm ecstatic. I can't begin to express my appreciation, gratitude and love for all the support that everyone has given the channel ever since its conception. And you know what, thank you so much, and yeah, it really does mean a lot. And let's keep on doing it, let's keep on growing. Yeah, basically, let's keep on growing. Second bit of cleanup, the Assassin's Creed Unity Dead Kings Let's Play. I'm debating whether or not to continue the uploads. I have all the episodes recorded, but I need to render and upload them. The first video did well, the second video not so good. If you guys want to see them, let me know, because I really don't want to waste my time and your time, you know, uploading content that you don't really want to watch and you're not interested in. I can put that time to better content, more interesting content like today's video and all that stuff. So let me know in the comments below if you still want to see the four other parts of that video. Please let me know. Anyway, moving on to today's video, because this one has been rattling around in my noodle for quite a bit now. The witches have been cackling around the cooking pot, gobble bobble, cauldron bubble, and all the smoke's coming out of the bloody cauldron. That is a stupid analogy, I am so sorry. It's been doing so since the late 2014 up until now. And now I have ultimately asked myself, how important is ACMP? Really, how important is ACMP? And without an AMP this year, should it even attempt to return? I mean, in my experience, I can't speak for everyone, but in my experience, you know, getting involved and playing ACMP was one of the best things I ever did with my life, because I've met so many great people from it. You know, getting involved in the community through MP, through the forums, watching YouTube videos, making my own YouTube channel ultimately, and I've met so many great people, you know, from that experience, and I owe it to ACMP basically. Hell, there are people in this community who are in relationships and are married because they ultimately met in ACMP and within the community. And that is a wonderful thing, and it's a wonderful thing that a multiplayer, a game, can do that. And to many of us, ACMP will have a lovely little spot within our hearts, you know, for many, many years to come, whether there is an MP released or not. Now let's jump forward to today, because Assassin's Creed and the community is going through a bit of a funk, a bit of a flux, a bit of a turning point, as it were, because we're jumping onto new generation consoles, and there's no ACMP in Unity and all that sort of thing. The community is a bit lost and a bit out in the wilderness, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, the state of Unity. Despite all of its issues and all of its faults at the start, Unity as a whole is a good game. It's a great single player game, it's a good story. Dead Kings is a lot of fun as well. Cooperative play is also fun when it first came out, but now as it stands, it's getting a bit repetitive. I feel I am done really sinking my teeth into Unity, and that's a lot to do with the co-op and the club competitions. I mean, when the club competitions first launched, they were fun to play. Like, we all just committed to taking part in the club competitions. We did 3 or 4 of them. I can't remember what we're up to now. And we won the first 2, and ultimately, for me, it got repetitive. It got boring. Like, it got boring joining my friends, joining OTK and other friends, and going into a cooperative mission, completing that mission, coming out, and then going in and doing another one or replaying the same mission. It got boring really, really quickly, unfortunately. However, it occurred to me that many in the AC community, many of the main players or the known players, you know, like them or not, I'm talking about the likes of Mighty Sin, Rude Onion, Lady Trickster, Gia, myself, even though those guys are in a way better league than I am, Rainan in there, you know, and all the rest of it, all these quote-unquote known ACMP players. We're all still doing that. that repetitive replay of that same cooperative mission over and over again, except we're doing it in a different game. We're doing it in Destiny, of all games, and it's interesting watching so many of the main AC community all move, not individually, but as groups, to Destiny, to play Crucible there, to play as friends and as clans there, to do the raids, the strikes, and nightfalls, and do all that stuff within Destiny while staying together as an Assassin's Creed community group. And even though we're playing a different game, we're all still there in a little bubble. A little Assassin's Creed Assassin Guardian bubble, as it were. It's interesting, really, because it shows the AC community is still together, even though we've kind of branched out and we've gone to play these other games. Should ACMP return, something special has to be done, and I think we'll all loosen our grip on Destiny a little bit and slowly go back to it. If ACMP was in Unity, we all still would have played it. We would have dabbled in Destiny and all these other games, of course, like we always do, but we still would have stayed ACMP focused. I honestly think, deep down, that the break was a good idea for multiple reasons. It's great for the game, it gives more development time, it gives the developers more time to play around with new things, try new ideas, learn from Unity a little bit, get to know the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One hardware, maybe have enough time to get some dedicated servers involved and all the rest of it, and learn from the mistakes of previous games. It needed that break. ACMP needed that break, and personally, I think we, the players, needed that break. We needed to step away and go and play Destiny, play something else, to whet our appetite with something else, to build our little bond, because we as players we as a community are all kind of huddling together a lot more as we stepped into Destiny, because we didn't know what to do in that game, so we were relying on each other. So our strength as an AC community is kind of strengthened in that regard. And should ACMP return, which I think it will, I am completely committed that it will return. I said it last year that 2015 ACMP will return. Like I said, that year gap is what they needed, that yearly break to get to know things, get to know the new hardware. It's exactly what they need. And when ACMP comes back this year, which until Ubisoft goes out and says it's not going to be there, I will stand by my decision, and I will say it's coming back until Ubisoft says so. And when it comes back, I think we will all go back to it, because it will be fresh, it will be new, I hope. And at the end of the day, it's Ubisoft's opportunity to lose, really. I mean, only Ubisoft can drop the ball on it. And if Ubisoft don't do something special to bring us all back in and get us out of Destiny and get us back into ACMP, I fear it may well be the end of Assassin's Creed multiplayer, the actual end, and no breaks, it's done. So it has to be something special, it really does, and I'm excited for that. And in my opinion, multiplayer is a strong part of the AC brand now, a strong cornerstone of the AC brand, because of retention and to keep a player base, and basically it keeps the players within the game more than the single player would allow, which is why I'm bored of Unity, because it's got no MP, it's got no end game, it's got no game beyond the single player game, and in my opinion, and that's unfortunate. And ACMP filled that gap, and it needs to come back. Will it come back is yet to be seen, but I think it will. And at the end of the day, should it come back, it needs to do something special. So, building all that up, as a conclusion, how important is ACMP? Very. It's a keystone of the brand. It needs to be there, because it just doesn't help keep the community alive, as it were, the ACMP community alive. It also keeps the overall game alive, because people play the single player, they want something else AC, and they go to the multiplayer. And it keeps the game alive, the overall package alive. Should it return? Hell yes, but it has to do something special. We are waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I'm chewing at the bit. The second ACMP is announced, I'll do backflips on video. I haven't done a backflip in about 10 years, by the way, so that'll be an interesting experience. But yeah, anyway, that is the end of the video. I've kind of really rambled over the time here, and the gameplay that that I don't know what I'm uploading is about to end. It's probably AC4. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if we came to a final solid conclusion in this video, but we gave it a go. We looked at the topics, we looked at all the different areas, and looked at some of the fields. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I really do want to know. How important is ACMP to you in the grand scheme of things related to the franchise? Should it return? And if it does, what can it do to pull you back in if you've gone off and decided to play Destiny, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Dragon Age, any of the other games that have pulled you in and sucked you in with ACMP's absence? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, until the next one, take care and be safe. Love you all, assassins. Win out. Peace.